So let's take a look at it. So what we want to do today is we're basically going to be able to find the equation of a parabola in standard form from 3 points. Okay, and I'll let you get caught up. So I've decided to record these videos and use them for the next couple of years before I retire. So you guys are going to be, for next year, for the year after that. I mean, why should I record it again, right? Seems silly. All right, so let's start right here. The word standard form, okay? Standard form of a parabola is the y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. And what we need to find is a, b, and c. So we need to find a, b, and c, all right? If I graph the first one, I might have to change my axes a little bit. Might have to go by maybe 10, 20, 30, and I'll go by ones here. I think ones here will work. 1, 2. I'll change my axes or my scales so everything will fit. And then if I were to graph -3, 39, it's about there. And 2, 4, it's about there. And then 5, 31 is about there, okay? So if I take my pencil and just try and sketch in a parabola, just try. I mean, it might look like this. That's a really bad sketch because I don't know exactly where the vertex is, right? So out of those 3 points, I'm just trying to fit a parabola. And so I just sketched it in with my pencil and, if I could get the equation, though, I could put it on Desmos or my calculator, and I could get the exact answer, okay? So with 3 different points, I need 3 different equations. So I'm going to create 3 different equations. So we're going to create 3 equations, okay? What I did is I rewrote the standard form just so that it equals y. I just rewrote it, and you'll see why. I rewrote it as ax squared plus bx plus c equals y. And our goal is to find a, b, and c. That's our goal, is to find a, b, and c, okay? Now, since we have 3 points, we're going to have 3 equations. So, equation 1. Every point has an x and a y value. I'm going to plug my -3 x value into this x and into this x, and I'll put my 39 in for y. So I'll put in my -3 for x here, and my 39 for y right there. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm going to have an a times a -3 squared plus a b times a -3 plus c equals 39, okay? And if I simplify that, I'll have a 9a minus a 3b plus a 1c, I really want to put the 1 there, equals 39, okay? And I'm going to come back to that. That's equation 1, okay? I'm going to come back to that. It's equation 1.
Have you remembered, Grady?
I have remembered.
It's coming back to you? Okay, and then again, equation 2 is going to be made from point 2. So I will take the x and the y value, which is my 2 and my 4. I'll put my 2 in for both x values, and I'll put the 4 in for y. So I'll rewrite this as an a times a 2 squared plus a b times a 2 plus a c equals 4. Okay, stop me. Thumbs up. I mean, all I'm doing is playing it. Thumbs up. Everybody, thumbs up. Thumbs up, everybody. Anybody, any questions? Gabe, you're watching, right? Yep, Gabe, you're watching, right? Okay, good. So if I simplify this, I'm going to have a 4a plus a 2b plus a 1c equals 4, okay? It's equation 2. Okay, good. I'm going to come back to that, okay? And of course, equation 3, I will make from point C, doing the same exact process. Every point has an x and a y, so the 5 is my x, my 31 is my y, so I'll plug both of those in for my x squared plus bx plus c. So I'll rewrite this as an a times a 5 squared plus a b times a 5 plus c equals 31. And I will simplify that as a 25a plus a 5b plus a 1c equals 31, okay? All right, now, we've done elimination method before with a 2x2 system. And elimination method with a 2x2 system is easy. We're going to do the exact same process except for we've got 3 equations, okay? We're going to create 5 equations. We've created 3 already, but we're going to create 5, okay? So let's go ahead and rewrite. So I'm going to rewrite equation 1, 9a minus 3b plus 1c equals 39. Equation 2, I will write as a 4a plus a 2b plus a 1c equals 4. And equation 3, 25a plus 5b plus 1c equals 31, okay? Now the easiest variable to eliminate is c. Everybody agree with that?
Yep.
So I'm just going to start with equation 1 subtracting equation 2, okay? I'm going to start with equation 1 subtracting equation 2, okay? So I'll have a 9a minus 3b plus a 1c equals 39, and I'll have a 4a plus a 2b plus a 1c equals 4, okay? Now, because I make mistakes, because I do, I make mistakes all the time, I'm not going to subtract, I'm just going to push the negative through. I'm going to add a negative, okay? Watch this. Everybody watching? All eyes up here? Look, up, look. I want everybody to stop writing for just a second, okay? Watch. Everybody watch. I'm going to add a negative, okay? It's the same thing. I just added a negative. Adding a negative is subtracting. Everybody agree with that? So basically, I brought the negative through and changed all the signs because I make mistakes, okay? So then, when I add a negative, right, I'm going to have a 5a minus a 5b equals a 35. And that's a new equation, right? That is a new equation, so I'm going to call that equation 4, okay? So I need to make an equation 5 that is like equation 4. Okay, now listen. I need to make another equation, but I need to make an equation with a's and b's. Does that make sense? I need to make equation 5 with a's and b's. So this time I'll subtract 2 from 3 or 1 from 3 and create another. But I want to cancel out the c. So it doesn't really matter. Probably 1 minus 3, because then I can get rid of the big numbers here. So now I'm going to go equation 1 minus equation 2, right? And then that'll cancel out the c's, right? Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. My 3. Thanks, Julian. 1 minus 3. I already did 1 minus 2. So I'm going to go 9a minus a 3b plus a 1c equals 39. Okay. Equation 3 then. I've got a 25a plus a 5b plus a 1c equals 31. And again, because I make mistakes all the time, I will add a negative. I'm going to add a negative, so I add a negative. And then I tend to make less mistakes when I do that process. I add a negative. And then I should get the c's to cancel. So I'm going to have a, what is that, negative 16a?
Yep.
Minus 8b equals, is that an 8?
Yep.
So I have an opportunity to make equation 5 easier. Do you see it?
Yeah. 1.8.
If I divide by 8, it might make it easier, right? Why not, right? Why not make it easier? So my equation 5 could be a negative 2a minus a 1b equals 1. Okay, it makes it much simpler. And I have an opportunity to make equation 4 easier too. Do you guys see that?
Divided by 5.
Yeah, why not, right? Divide that by 5. This won't always happen, but boy, if I can do it, why not, right? So then I have 1a minus 1b equals 35. Okay, so now, if I were to put,
It's 7.
thank you, I told you I was going to make a mistake. Thanks, Lexi. So now, if I put 4 and 5 together, okay? So, if I were to take and put 5 down here, negative 2a minus 1b equals 1, and subtract 4 from 5, right? Subtract 4 from 5, so subtract 4 from 5. And then, of course, I'm going to do the same thing because I make dumb mistakes. I'm going to add a negative, so change that, and change that. Okay, see what I did? I'm almost there. So then I'm going to get a 3a equals 6, but now I've got a equals 2, right?
Yeah.
And I can get b now. Okay, I can get b, so why not take this 2 and put it up there, right? And I'll get b. So I'll go, am I going too fast?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. I thought I was going too fast. Okay, so it's working out pretty well. And I purposely picked problems that had nice answers, okay? Nice numbers. So I've got a, and now I can get b, right? So I can put my a into either 4 or 5, either equation, right? I can put a into 4 or 5. So I'm just going to put it into 5 because it's right there. So I'm going to go negative 2 times 2 minus 1b equals 1, right? I'm going to go negative 4 minus 1b equals 1. I'll go plus 4, negative 1b equals 5, or b is negative 5, right? Okay, now I've got a, I've got b. I'm going to circle that. I've got a, woohoo, I've got b. What am I missing?
C.
So let's go all the way to the very beginning. And I'm going to put a and b into either equation 1 or equation 2 or equation 3. Which one looks the easiest? Which one? Do you like 1, 2? Julian says 2. I agree with 2 because it's just easier numbers. So I'm going to plug it into number 2 right here. And so I will do the work. I'm running out of room, but I'll do the work. How about if I do the work right here? Do the work right here, okay? So I'm going to go 4. That's going to go there. 4 times 2 plus 2 times negative 5 plus c equals 4. Okay, and I'll slow down, okay? So I put my 2 in for a, my negative 5 for b, 8 minus 10 plus c equals 4. Negative 2, so c is 6. Did I go too fast on c is 6? I'm just running out of room, but you see a negative 2, add, and I get 6. You guys see a negative 2 right here, and if I add 2, I get 6. So I have my answer. My answer is, ready? Y equals, boom, 2x squared. Boom, minus 5x, boom, plus 6. There's all that work just for that. Whew! Wow, we did it. Okay. Thumbs up. Okay, now, on the back, there's an application, okay? Okay, ready to turn the back?
Come on, David.
Okay, my bad.
Go for it.
Okay, so on the back, there is an application, all right? So we'll do the same process, except for this is an application. Now think about this, if you're a farmer, and farmers, it's a hard life. I don't know if you guys have people in your family or in your life that are farmers, but it's a hard life. It is. They have to watch every drop of water, and they have to think about every seed they sow because it's profits. Farmers lose money all the time. It's kind of sad. People that make all the money are like the brokers. They make all the money and they don't care. Anyway, this farmer knows that if he plants 3 bags per acre, he'll make 95 bushels. 5 bags, 135. 8 bags, 120. So why does it go down? When the seeds, when you get more seeds, why would the yield go down? It's called crowding. It really does called crowding. And so you could plant a lot of seed, rip out the plants so they'll grow better, or it seems like a waste of money, right? Or just find out the optimum. So if it is a parabola, which it will be, that optimum amount should tell us how many bags per acre to plant, okay? So let's do it. So what I have is really 3 points. I've got bags per acre. So I have a 3 and 95. I have a 5 and 135. I have a 8 and 120, okay? So we're going to do the exact same process again. I like ax squared plus bx plus c equals y. And I think you guys saw why I did it the other way, why I put the y on the other side. So let's make 3 equations, okay? Okay, equation 1, I'm going to shortcut. If I do equation 1, I'm going to have a 9a plus a 3b plus a 1c equals 95. I'm just trying to save room because I'm going to run out of room. You see where the 9 came from? Everybody up here where the 9 came from? Good. 9 is 3 squared. Okay. Everybody see that? Skip a step. And equation 2 is going to be a 25a, right? Equation 2 is going to be a 25a plus a 5b plus a 1c equals 135. And equation 3 is going to be a 64a plus a 8b plus a 1c equals 120, okay? Am I doing okay? You guys, everybody understand where I got the 9, 25, and 64 from, right? Because I plugged it in, I squared it, okay? Well, let's do the same thing. C's are the easiest to get rid of. So let's go equation 1 minus equation 2. I think that's the easiest way to start. Am I going too fast?
A little bit.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 subtract 2. Charles, am I okay?
Yeah, you're good.
And then again, I don't like to subtract. I make mistakes, so I add the negative. Just for me, it's so much easier if I just add the negative. And hopefully I don't make any mistakes. So watch me to make sure I don't make mistakes. I might need who knows, I might just need a calculator. Negative 16a, right? Minus 2b equals, is that 40? Is that negative 40? What's 95 minus 135 is, oops, no, let's try that again. 95 minus 135, negative 40, right? And then we can make it easier. Should we make it easier? Divide by negative 2. So if we divide by negative 2, I'd have an 8a plus a 1b equals a negative or positive 20, okay? That's equation 4. Equation 5, let's take and subtract 2 from 3.
2 and 3.
Let's do 2 and 3. Let's go 2, subtract 3. Boy, I'm going to run out of room to do this. Put it down here. 2, subtract 3. I'll have 25a plus 5b plus a 1c equals a 135. 64a plus an 8b plus a 1c equals 120. Again, I don't like to subtract. I like to add a negative so I don't make mistakes. And 25 minus 64. I have a negative 39. Minus 3b equals, what is that, 15?
50.
15, and then probably divide everything by 3, right?
Yes.
How about negative 3?
Ooh, that works.
Let's divide by negative 3. Okay, so equation 5 will be a positive 13a positive 1b equals negative 5. Did I make any mistakes?
I don't think so.
Okay. 13a plus a 1b. Ooh, I like how it's working out for me. Because now I'm going to subtract 4 from 5, right? Because I got the b's, right? So now I'm going to go ahead and subtract 4 from 5. Again, I'm going to add a negative so I don't make a mistake, because I do make mistakes. I have a negative 5a cancels equals 25. A is negative 5, okay? Now I'm glad it's a negative 5 because this parabola has to be an upside down parabola. So I'm looking for a maximum. B, let's get B. Maybe I'll put this one, I can put A, this negative 5 right there, right?
Slow down.
Yes. I will slow down, okay? I will. It's going to be a long video. That's okay, I don't mind it. It's not our problem. So then I've got a 13 times a negative 5 plus a 1b equals negative 5, right? What's that, 65? Negative 65. So b's got to be 60, right? Circle that. And then finally, let's get A. Which equation? 1, 2. Probably equation 1 looks like the easiest, doesn't it?
Wait,
Guys agree?
hold on.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to write equation 1 down while you're doing that, Retta. So I'm going to go 9A plus 3B plus 1C equals 95. That's equation 1. I'm going to put negative 5 there and 60 there, and we'll find the value of C. Okay. Might stop for a second?
Yeah.
Okay. Almost there. So 9 times negative 5 plus 3 times 60 plus a 1c equals 95, right? Negative 45 plus 180 plus c equals 95. What is 180 minus 45? 135. Minus 35, minus 135, negative 40. Okay, I finally have an answer. My answer, whew, y equals, you ready? I have a negative 5a plus a 60b minus 40. Okay, now, I never graphed it, but if I did graph it, which I will, real quickly, and I'll wait for you guys. Let's see, this is going to be by, I'll go by 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And I'll go by, let's see, I got to go all the way to 100, right? 100, 200. So my original points would have looked like this. 5 and 95. Let's see, 5 and 95 would have been about there. 3, nope, I got the wrong one. I got 3 and 95. I'm making mistakes. 3 and 95, 5 and 135 would be about there. And then 8 and 120 would have been about there. So it would look something like this, okay? And then, is that the vertex? I'm not sure, but if I want the max, I want the vertex, right? Ignore that. Let me get some white out. Do I have any white out? So, now, let's go back to this. How do we find the maximum? How do we find that, the maximum? How do I find the maximum?
Negative b over 2a.
Yes, 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 yes. So the vertex, we're going to have to use negative b over 2a. So the maximum, we're going to use negative b over 2a, which is a negative 60 over 2 times negative 5, which is 6, right?
Yep.
So 6 bags per acre, and if I want to know how many acres that would yield, sorry you guys, my bad. So I use my negative b over 2a. Here's my a, oh my goodness gracious, x squared, right? And x. And then if I want to find my yield, I'd go y equals negative 5 times 6 squared plus 60 times 6 minus 40. I'm going to use my calculator. Of course I am. Negative 5 times 6 squared plus 60 times 6, subtract 40. I would yield about 140 whatever per acre. Bushels. So 140 bushels per acre. I'm not sure what a bushel is. All right. That is it. Whew! That is a lot of work, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I think I gave you what? 3 problems. That was it. You agree? You agree 3 problems?
Oh, yeah.
Only 3